society. Thieves, prostitutes, beggars, rogues and thugs. Living alongside the poor who worked in the very lowliest of jobs. Street sweepers, scavengers and labourers. On a grey, frosty January day, with many people bundled up against the cold in little more than rags, it was a depressing sight. "Next time I rescue a pretty girl's hair ribbon, I'll be really careful what I say to her," Jimmy said. "Your hair is lovely. I've never seen such shiny black curls before. And you've got pretty eyes, too." Belle smiled, because she knew her long curly hair was her best feature. Most people thought she must curl it up nightly and put oil on it to make it shine. But that was the way it was naturally. All she did was brush it. Her blue eyes had come from Annie, but Belle had to assume she had her father to thank for her hair, for her mother's was just light brown. "Well, thank you, Jimmy," she said. "Go on flattering girls like that, and you'll be a huge success around here." "Back in Islington, where I come from, girls wouldn't talk to someone like me." Belle had barely been out of 7 Dials, but she knew Islington was where the respectable, middling sort lived. She assumed by his last remark, and what he had said about his uncle paying for the funeral, that his mother had been in service there. "Was your mother a cook or housekeeper?" she asked. "No, she were a dressmaker, and she made a good living at it till she got sick," he said. "And your father?" Jimmy shrugged. "He cleared off around when I was born. Ma said he were an artist. Uncle Garth called him an arsewipe. Anyways, I don't know him, and don't want to. Ma always said it was lucky she were a skilled seamstress." "Or she might have had to come and work at Annie's place," Belle said impishly. Jimmy laughed. "You're quick. I like that," he said. "So, can we be friends?" Belle just looked at him for a minute. He was an inch or two taller than her, with fine features and a good way of speaking. Not posh, like a gentleman exactly, but he didn't have the rough speech peppered with London slang that most lads around 7 Dials adopted. She guessed he'd been close to his mother, and had been protected from the kind of excesses of drinking, violence and vice which went on around here. She liked him, and she was as much in need of a friend as he was. "I'd like that," she said, and held out her little finger in the way that Millie, back at Annie's place, always did when offering friendship. "You have to give me your little finger too," she said with a smile. And as his little finger wound around hers, she shook his hand. Make friends, never ever break friends," she chanted. Jimmy responded with a soppy-looking grin, which told her he liked what she'd said. "Let's go somewhere," he suggested. "Do you like St. James's Park?" "I've never been there," she replied. "But I should get back, really." It was just after 9 in the morning, and Belle had done as she often did, slipped out for some fresh air, while everyone else in the house was still sleeping. Maybe he sensed that she wasn't anxious to go home, and was tempted by an outing, because he caught hold of her hand and tucked it into his arm, then started walking. "It's really early still. We won't be missed," he said. "The park's got a lake and ducks, and it'll be good to have some fresh air. It isn't far." A little bubble of excitement welled up in Belle. All that was waiting for her at home was emptying slop buckets and hauling coal for the fires. She didn't need any further persuading to go with Jimmy, but she wished she put on her best royal blue cape with the fur-trimmed hood. She felt so dowdy in her old grey one. As they hurried through the back alleys to Charing Cross Road, then down to Trafalgar Square, Jimmy told her more about his mother and made her laugh with little stories about some of the wealthy women she made dresses for.